Hi everyone, Deb here. Welcome or welcome back. So this year I am going to participate again in a collaboration, open collaboration hosted by Kim, who has Metal Scrap and Chick here on YouTube. Her channel will be linked down below. I believe she's still doing this year. If not, I am anyway. It's called 10 on the 10th and it's Christmas. It can be cards, it can be tags, it can be ornaments, but 10 of something. Um, and my goal is I have 3 or 4 or 5 partial paper packs from mostly from Stampin' Up. I think I have a couple other ones too. And some other things that I want to try and use up. And my goal is to do that in this collab and also be more prepared for sending out cards next year. I had some cards but I didn't get any out this year. So if you didn't get one from me, don't be upset with me. I didn't get any out and I do appreciate those who sent me cards and I am going to share them pretty soon. I just have them in 2 or 3 different spots and I need to gather them as well as my cards I got for my birthday and I'll share them. But what I'm going to use for this month, it's always on the 10th at noon Eastern is when we post, but you can play along. I'm sure Kim won't mind if you post later than that. But ask her on Metal Scrap and Chick. So this is from the Holiday 2018 catalog, which would have been like October through December. It retired in 2019. It's called All Is Bright Designer Series Paper. And as far as full sheets, I have this one. Well, this isn't even full. These 2 partial sheets and this one full sheet, 12 by 12. But the back is that green and the back here. Unfortunately, I don't have any more full sheets of red, but I can use the back as well as the front. And then I have scraps. These I'm also going to try and use. I'll talk about them in a minute. I have some red, some polka dot, which has it had like this natural look on the back. And I have a little bit of this pine cone and polka dot on the other side stuff that I have an idea for those. And this red scrap is like a triangle, but I have been known to take like that point and put it on a card and make it part of the card element. So yeah, and I have a couple green strips you can't barely see up there. I'm pretty sure I have some stamp sets. I need to find them um, that I can make a few embellishments for these cards. And I also found I have at least one more pre-made stocking I made for previous embellishments. I don't have any of these, however, and then I had these in my stash. I got these, it looks like from a live sale, Lynn Ever probably. These are from 2014, me and my big ideas, but I bought it on like I said, a live sale. So there's some pre-made sentiments and little tags. Some of these don't go well for cards, some of them do, and then there's some sticker sentiments and things back here. So I also would like to try and use as many as possible of these for my cards. And I don't know yet whether I'm making 5x7s or A2s, which are 4.5 by, I'm sorry, 4 1/4 by 5.5, or a combination of both. And I also, if there's too many scraps left, I want to finish them, and whatever I can't finish is getting tossed because I have too much other paper also to use, and I need to get, I've been storing it in an empty one of these things because I use these plastic holders, but I kept the cardboard. I was trying to sell it at a yard sale or something, and I didn't sell it. All is bright DSP. So I just want to use them. And this I'll save because it's like a thinner whiteboard, and I'll save that for my junk journaling. So yeah. All right, I'll be back and show you what I've done. See you soon. Here is what I have left, and this is going to go in the garbage bin below my desk because I'm not saving any of it. Now this I didn't use any of. These were the only beige scraps. I was originally going to use it with these that I had previously made, but I'll save these and use a different paper because I just don't want to save any of this. And I have lots of paper. So forgive me, but I'm comfortable with throwing this out, which is all that I had left out of that 12 by 12 paper pack called All Is Bright from Stampin' Up! From years ago. And I got more than 10 cards. So my starting point was I had used this before. This is the December 2024 show, a sheet load of cards from Call Me Crafty Owl. Call Me Crafty Owl. And they were horizontal, and I had mentioned when I did those cards, which were more of a blue theme, that I thought maybe the next ones I would do vertical. So here's what I did, and they're not exact. I started with that, but I didn't stay with that. So I had a partial sheet of this light Christmas lights paper, and these were from a different paper. Let me show you what was on the back. I only had a little bit of it, but I was enough to get a couple strips. Well, a few. I think I used a few more. That's what the back looked like. And I didn't have much of that, just some scraps. So I stamped this Merry Christmas from Brightest Glow. And on the inside, I stamped Hoping Your Christmas Shines Bright with the Love of Family and Friends because, you know, shines bright because it's light bulbs, right? So I did one of those in a green colorway, and these were Stampin' Up's deckled rectangles, which I think are must be retired now or something. Oh, got something sticky on there, and forgive my hands, they are terribly inky, and my nails are a mess, but I want to get this up. This one's the closest to the diagram, only vertical as the others, because it actually goes down onto the strip here. And this is the back of the stocking paper, I believe. Now, I did not use cardstock for these wider strips. I used scraps of the designer paper because it had greens and reds on the backing. So same thing, only this time I stamped it in the two inks I used were Shaded Spruce and Real Red by Stampin' Up! Because they match the paper. And I have them, and they're my two favorite traditional Christmas. So here's the next two in red. Now this one, I didn't have two more strips of this, and this was a smaller piece. So I actually just brought the Season's Greetings, also from Brightest Glow. And I changed the inner one to May the peace of the season light your world, and may your new year be the brightest. So I thought I changed it to Season's Greetings because not everybody celebrates Christmas, even though these are traditional Christmas. And this one I put here too, but you see this one had two strips. I just put it on top. I thought about putting it up here like I did the first one, but because it's a smaller strip, it just didn't look right. Now, I have not put any bling on, you know, like little gems on any of these yet, and I might. Okay, so then the next four were from the partial piece of the stocking paper. This is where this was pre-made in my stash in my little bin of embellishments. The star on it though was from the sticker sheet, the Mombi stickers I showed in the beginning. Both of these were. And this is a 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and this was Stampin' Up's retired Starburst punch. Now I'm starting to bring in some ribbon because I didn't have enough long enough strips. So this is this ribbon. I hadn't even opened it from Dollar Tree. I don't know how old because I've had it for a long time, but I thought that went with what was on the stocking and some of the other stockings. So yeah, and I had that little green stocking, and inside I used another sticker, Happy Holidays to you and yours. Not my favorite, but that green matches that green, even though, sorry, even though those greens aren't matching. Sorry, I don't know what that was actually. Um, aren't matching the colors in the card, sorry. Now this stocking was not out of the same paper or any coordinating paper, but it had the red in it. This actually, I think, was from a polar bear Memories and More set that I cut this out of, and a little bit of snow. And it had a blue twine on, which I might change. And I think instead of putting more twine over here, um, I'll probably put a red gem or something. And here again, I only had one strip of the backing paper, so I used one strip of the ribbon. Now I put those down with Fabri-Tac, and I'm kind of sorry I did because the glue kind of shows through. Next time and later I started using tear and tape, double-sided tape. So those, let's see, now I have two more from the stocking paper, the partial stocking paper. So here I pulled out, and I did two of these, I pulled out some Memories and More cards. These aren't the polar bear ones though. These and the next ones are out of one called, oh gosh, well, I think these were out of this one. I don't know the name of it. Hang on. Wonder of the Season, I think. Wonder of the Season. Yeah, it's older, and I cut it down because they were 3x4 cards. I cut them down at the top and bottom. This ribbon was from Target years ago. Now, I might have used some of that before, but I have it in red and green. So I put the red in. Originally, I had it at the top, so it sort of looked like a stocking. But then I decided to flip it, put the red on the bottom, and tuck the Memories and More card in. So I did that. There's nothing on the inside of that one. Or I think this one either. Yeah. And they're both on shaded spruce. And then that was the partial sheets. 4 from the stocking is what I got. Stocking sheet, and 4 from the light bulbs, which was the last of the light bulb paper, except for maybe a few of the strips that might have got thrown out just now. So then the next one, remember I had that envelope looking piece that had a point on it, but the point was kind of messy. Well, I cut it and put it on the card over here. This is another Memories and More. Now this one was out of a deer. I don't know the names, guys. Let's see. Reindeer Days, Memories and More card pack. Again, the color is not exactly right. Enjoy the gifts of the season with the little deer. And this is out of the sticker pack that I had Christmas time. Nothing on the inside. So now these next ones, however many there are, we're using up the full sheet. So I got 12 pieces, card fronts. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's right. 12, 16. I don't know. Let's count. There's one. And I'm going to probably add a little bit of red bling or green bling or something on these. This one, I think this is back out of, it could be out of that one. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's probably out of this one too. Here I had a scrap of, it actually was poinsettia paper, but I cut it so that the little yellow centers on some of it were under here. And then I just put Good Tidings and Warm Wishes and a sticker, May Your Spirits Be Bright. Not my favorite card. The next ones also use Memory and More cards, but they're ones that had area to stamp in. So now I brought in this stamp set, Joy to You. It just has these 4, and on this card here I use May Your Christmas Be Merry and Bright, stamped in shaded spruce because it has the red there, and you get 2 full rows of the stockings. And then I had 1 strip of stocking paper that I cut and put in some of the remaining cards. Now this one is holly, and this was out of the sticker pack, and I stamped Sending Good Tidings in This Season of Cheer. These stamp sets are all, as far as I know, are all retired. So, yeah. Okay, now here, this was another piece of that poinsettia paper. I stamped the sentiment a little over too far, and my red ink is starting to get, I need to re-ink it. I've said that before. Now this ribbon I showed you already, right? Yeah, this was from Dollar Tree. And the green is also ribbon, the sparkle that I showed, and that is also from Dollar Tree, and that one had not been opened either. So I think I said, yeah. Oh, and here I used two other scraps, which aren't even exactly this same paper, but they're the same color. Okay, one sec. Sorry about that. And the last one is, this was from the sticker pack. I put it on one of the scraps of paper that was sort of squarish. Actually, it's the same paper as what's on the inside of that. And it says, "'Tis the season to be jolly." So none of these stamp sets seem to go with that. So I went and found that I had this stamp set, which is Stampers and Anonymous Tim Holtz. It's pretty. I've had it for a long time, and it's one of my favorite stamp sets, actually. And I used "Have a Holly Jolly Christmas and a Happy New Year," since that said "'Tis the season to be jolly." And I didn't have another wide enough strip of paper or long enough, so I just used the ribbon. And then inside I had one more of those stockings to hang up. So how many more cards is that? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 6 more. So 6 plus, I think 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So 12 cards is what I made instead of 10, for 10 on the 10th this time. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you like these and what your favorite is, but these are using up scraps of paper, and I am now done with that particular paper pack, and I'm on to the next one. And or I also need to use Memories and More cards up, so I'm happy to use them, although they're not my favorite cards. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8, and what I say, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 6. 14 cards, excuse me. 14 cards out of one full sheet and two partial sheets, plus a few other little scraps. Add some ribbon, add a few Memories and More cards, and do a little stamping, and there we have it. They're not bad, right? If I had more time, I maybe would have added more little stockings, but I'll just add a little red or green bling and be done with it. And maybe not even, because this one probably has the most dimension. And maybe, where's the one that had, nope, I glued them down flat. I didn't even pop them out. I did very little popping up. And the tags out of the sticker pack were the most dimensional thing of all. So yeah, most of them are pretty flat, and I may just leave them that way and go with it like this. So 14 cards. Let me know what you think. So anyway, thank you, and thank you, Kim at Metal Scrap and Chick, for hosting this for, I don't know how many years it's been now, 2 or 3 or 4 probably. I can't remember. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Hugs, love, and peace.